What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellania. Today, I'm coming at you with a Tuesday night live stream. Trying to fix a cord here. Yeah, I'm shaking you a little bit. It's fine. I just got to get this cord out of my way because it's touching me and I don't like it. There, that's better. Anyways, what's up, guys? Hope you're well on this fabulous Tuesday night. I am going to go ahead and start by telling you what kind of tools I'll be using, and then I'll say hello to people as they enter the chat room. I'm using my usual pen here from Diamond Pen Pal. Oh, it helps if I turn my light on too and show you what my pen is. This one from Diamond Pen Pal. This is the Satura pen and it glows in the dark. All the white parts that you see here, those are all glow in the dark thingies. Love it. In my single placer, I am using Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily. Both of those can be found on Etsy. And then in my multi-placer here, I'm going to be using Putty Crocker's Boutique and More, the Twisted Peppermint, which actually kind of smells like bubblegum peppermint. It's interesting. And I'm using a different tray this time. This one is from Cat Proof Tray. I don't know if you can see that on the top, but it has a removable lid, which I love. And then from Cat Proof, this is the Fine Loaf Tray from Cat Proof, and I love it. It's got the little kitty cat paw on the side here, and I like that you pour the drills out of the side corner. I haven't used this one in a while, and I felt like it was time. You know, why not? The diamond painting that I am working on is Sometimes by Color Out of Place from Diamond Art Club. It's a beautiful one, and it is a 104.8 centimeters by 69.9 centimeters in square. And I am like right down in this area here, I think. Somewhere like that. See, we're down in this red zone here, which is kind of like right there because it's sideways. Anyways, I will say hello to everybody in the chitty chat. Hello to Shannon. Hi, Kath. Hello, Missy. Hello, DM. And hi, Glory. What's up, kitty cat? How you doing? Oh, before I do that, I gotta put some putty in my pen here. What's up, Melissa? How you doing? I came up with a fun kind of game for tonight. It is I wouldn't call it a would you rather. I mean, it kind of is a would you rather, but I like to call it this or that diamond painting. But it's the annoying things about diamond painting. Hi, Annie. Bonsoir. How are you? Um, yeah, annoying things about Diamond Painting Edition. And yeah, both options are usually pretty crap, but one is typically better than the other. Feeling better. Good. Hello, Abby. Feeling better is always a good thing. And for those of you out there finally starting to receive your Diamond Art Club mystery boxes, I hope that those have been to your liking generally. I know there were some really good images this time. I mean, granted, I didn't get a mystery box. I don't really do much to celebrate Halloween myself, but there were some good images. I thought there was a little bit for kind of everybody in that one, which was nice for Halloween purposes. And that's always a good thing. Was relieved that there were a couple of things not in the mystery box, which means that hopefully they'll be put out on general release. And if I decide maybe I want to get one, then I can. I really want to see, it was in voting, in the Halloween voting, and it was the Rita Konya where she's like in front of pumpkins and purple flowers, and it had just more of an autumn vibe than it did like spooky. Because I guess if I'm going to do anything, I'd be cool with doing something that's like fall season, not necessarily Halloween. But Did everybody get what they wanted? If you got the box, and if you didn't get the box and you're like me and you're just sort of like, meh, mystery boxes, then totally understand. Completely. Completely get it. Other than that, what are you guys up to? Are you diamond painting? Are you just chilling out, just watching for funsies? What are you guys up to? What's the hap? I think Drills and Chills is still going on, right? And then the fall DP along. There's fall for Chrisabug. I don't know if that's over with yet. Hello, Allison. I don't know if anybody ended up participating in any of those events, but I know that they were going on. You know, I have to say, I am thoroughly enjoying working on this diamond painting. I just got to get the, well, I was thinking about putting the unboxing and the post review on this one together because it's going to be a longer one anyways. It's a big painting. So you might see them together all as one thing. I feel like I'm getting close to like the halfway point, and beyond here, it gets very color blocky over on that side. Hello all, just popping in quick to like the video. I have to go work. Oh, boo, Alondra, but thank you for liking the video. Appreciate that. Almost done with the bottom row of Luminelle. Yeah, that one, I give you props on that. That sucker's like, that's got the serious confetti. It's beautiful though. Absolutely beautiful. But I got to give you props on that. It's not easy to do that amount of confetti and to really like you have focus on it, you know? Didn't get it. Don't like the kind of FOMO marketing. That's fair, Annie. Chilling out, Allison says. Just found out my dad has a broken spine. Oh my gosh. Surgery's Friday. Well, good luck to your dad. My goodness. Like he didn't tell you. See, that drives me nuts. I had two parents. I mean, everybody has two. Everybody has two parents generally. It's usually how that works. No, what I was gonna say is I had two parents that were not very forthcoming with details about their health issues. So I don't know if it was like a matter of your dad just never said anything and then you sort of found out after the fact, or if you like if he didn't even know and you found out kind of simultaneously. But that being said, we all have two parents generally. I mean, maybe not like for our whole lives, but definitely that's how you get made, right? Two parents. What's that? Okay, maybe not test tube. Well, no, they still have two parents. It still takes a male sperm and a female egg. They can pick and choose eggs and sperms, but it still has to have two donors. No, that's one thing they can't replicate. I mean, they can replicate things through cloning, but they don't allow human cloning. And then, yeah, it still takes a sperm and an egg to make a baby, regardless of where it's birthed or created. Sorry, son's asking about test tube babies not technically having parents, but still a two parent situation in there too. We all have to come from somewhere eventually, right? How we end up later in our lives, that's up to fate, I guess. Trying to figure out how I can get 4 of 6 of the mystery box items and tarots. The stars align tomorrow. It could happen. Ooh, sending you all the good vibes for that. That sounds like a win situation. Getting 4 out of 6 of the mystery box items plus tarots from the like regular drops. Yeah, that was in like the extras. Taro's is cute. That's the oh, what's that artist's name? Um, oh, what's his name? Dang it. I know what you're talking about though. It is very cute. It's the one that always has the ghost kitties, right? And he likes to draw women together. Yeah, am I thinking of the right person? He doesn't know what he did. He just complained about his back, had a CT scan, and they found it. Oh my gosh. Well, that'll happen. I'm wishing him well. And you, that's no bueno. Scary stuff. It's like, you're getting older when you're just like hanging out and you got a broken back. I was I was talking to my son about he's a knuckle cracker. I used to be a knuckle cracker myself when I was younger. And now I kind of I mean I can a little bit, but not like I used to. And I was telling him after he popped one of his shoulders, I was like, "You popping your shoulder? Like what's that about?" "I don't know, I do it all the time." I was like, "I used to pop my ankles." Like I would grab a hold of my ankle and sort of like bring it up behind me and then pop the joint in the front of my ankle, right? Well, I go to grab my foot. I'm holding on to a chair, and somehow I managed to give myself like a carpal tunnel zinger. It was not cool. I'm like, oh, too old to do this anymore. Can't stand on one foot and grab a ankle. It's not gonna happen. Officially too old to do that without hurting myself. Like it's kind of a little sad. Hello, Mary Ann. One time I remember Sims art. That's right. Look at Sujin's remembering things. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah, the art's very cute. It is very, very cute. But you know me, I gotta limit. I gotta limit down what I want and get. I can't go too crazy. But I liked the one Sims art where she's like sitting on the stairs and painting her toenails. That one was really cute. And then the one where she's sitting in the library on the chair, she's like surrounded by books and she's holding a cell phone. And I just want to walk up and like slap the cell phone right out of her hand. That one. I enjoy it, but only for wanting to slap the cell phone right out of her hand while she's sitting in the library. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I can't read books via like Kindle or screen. Like I don't read that way. It gives me like instant headache to try and read a screen like that. I can do, quick scrolling or whatever, but when it comes to actually trying to read a novel via some sort of a screen, and I know they've got all sorts of filters and things you can use so it doesn't hurt your eyes, but my brain says, no, this is not the way we read books. All right, let's see how this works. If this is going to work okay. As long as I don't lose too many diamonds, it should be fine. The ones that stuck to my fingers for some reason. Evening, listening while driving home. Hello, Tigger. Um, hold on. I gotta scoot this light back a little bit. I like lean forward and poke it with my face. Yes, drive safely. Trying to figure out what DAC might be releasing. I saw the mini kits, but what else? Well, I think just based on the way that they're like, I don't know, their moderators and their sneak peekers and whomever are kind of teasing that there's going to be Halloween images. I would imagine that they're going to do some kind of Halloween something this upcoming weekend. I don't have obviously any leg to stand on to tell you that that's true or not, but it seems the most likely just based on what people are kind of teasing out there in the world, that they'll be doing some sort of a Halloween drop. I mean, it's getting to be a little bit late, but I think ultimately most people, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like most people, if you like Halloween already, okay, that's a thing that you're into, you probably already have a Halloween image that you could have worked on this year. So having it arrive late or whatever, when, Dreamer Designs and Oraloa and whatever, they're all putting out Christmas images already. Um, hello, Togo, that it's okay. You know what I mean? That it's a little bit later. It's later than we expected. Hey, Ray, thank you. Give that bird something to eat before she screams about something else. Oh, Dustin's got a slice of bread, and the bird thinks that when everybody else is eating, she needs to eat too, because she's got a brain the size of a peanut. You heard me, Togo. You got a brain the size of a peanut. So late, I've spent money on other things, so now I have less for the drop. Yeah, that'll happen too. But maybe if the sales are worse, then they'll figure it out a little earlier next year, question mark. I don't know. I do not know. But that's my assumption, is that there's going to be some Halloween things, and I would imagine, based on last year being the stuff that we voted on the previous year for Halloween, that it will come out of those, what was that, January vote? It wasn't true for me last year when I was still super new to DP, but I think it's true for longer time. Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely agree. So newer people, but I don't know that so many newer people really know what to expect, except based on what others have told them of what's happened in the past. And if there's one thing I've learned about Diamond Art Club just in the last, I don't know, 6 months or so, is when they say expect the unexpected, that's basically all the time. I don't know that they like to do anything in a way that we're going to be able to figure out very quickly, because they like to keep us on our toes and wondering what they're going to do next. And I think that's another, way that they market things. That's neither a good or a bad thing, just kind of the way it's done. Also puts too many sales close together. We'll probably have another Christmas drop and the Black Friday. Yeah, there's a lot of sales coming up closer together. Sure, but they probably bought from other companies like I did last year. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know. Like I said, Halloween's not really my thing, so I feel bad for those who really enjoy the images. I just don't. Not my cup of tea, but hopefully, whatever they end up doing, people get what they want or need from it, and end up with the things that they. Did anybody else? I know a few of you went to the auction on Crashly's channel Sunday, Sunday, and a couple of you scored some really awesome kits for really inexpensive. So congrats to those people. I'm really hoping that the next auction will be on Sunday so that I can attend, because hello. Sorry, 1 second. 1 second. Sorry about that. Sugar started that one. Oh, 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 oh. No, you're not in trouble, Beans. You didn't do it this time. Yeah, hush now. Yo, wimpy kitty, baby whiner. He's just over here mumbling to himself. Cough, Sujin. There was Beans. Yeah, Beans. Oh, Beans started it. You heard him start? It might have been. Very well could have been. I don't know whose fault. It's always somebody's fault around here. One of them starts it, and then the other one kicks in. Like they got to take the other one's word for it that there must be danger, even if that danger is just a person talking on the street or a squirrel rustling a branch. You just never know. It could be deep, deep danger. So they've got to notify us of all the deep, deep danger that's around our home at all times. It's like Beans won't actually relax and go to sleep until he's had his like last lap of the neighborhood. Really, Beans? What? Justin. He talk back to you big time. Yeah, I don't know. Goofy dogs. Not poor Beans. He's always innocent. Yeah, Shelby. That'll be your little secret. Oh my goodness. I even gave him a couple of Benadryl. But yeah, I'm really hoping that the auction is on Sunday because I'd like to go and watch it again. That was actually kind of fun. I mean, granted, I didn't have money to spend, but I enjoyed watching other people bid and, sometimes get sniped. Obviously, I'm not looking for everybody to get sniped and be grumpy about it, but, it's exciting. It's exciting to watch somebody else auction their own money away because I don't, I got nothing. I got nothing. But it was entertaining to say the least. There were some really good kits. Love them from a distance. Yeah. Don't tell your dog. I will not. Probably better to love him from a distance anyways because he's always covered in some form of slime. Dustin was at work. Was it the owner of the company or excuse me, the general manager? The general manager came in and Dustin had his car parked where he usually does whatever. He moved, well, no, you were parked in the manager's parking spot. They asked him to move his car, and then the manager is like, I think there's vomit on the side of your car. And he's like, "Oh, no, that's dog slobber." Because Beans hangs his head out the window and like legitimately slimes down the back of the car. And the general manager is like, "Well, you could have detail take care of that for you." Like, are you judging me right now for my dog slime on my car? Like, what is that? Oh my gosh. The snipes were fun. I thought so, Sujin. I didn't want anybody to leave there, sad or crying about it, but it was actually pretty entertaining from a spectator standpoint. If I was buying something and got sniped, I'd probably still be real grumpy. Beans, sir. He doesn't care. He wants to go someplace. Yeah, totally. Yes, it is a full moon tonight. It's a real big moon tonight. Tis a very large full moon. Me neither. It was neat to see what kind of kits she was showing. Yeah, there were lots of fun kits, all kinds of things, and lots of stuff that I hadn't seen in a long time. Like some of them, I get worried though with the older, like really old archives. It's the old grid, and so the squares are not nearly as tight. Uh, the quality of the drills is not always going to be great, and the renders are obviously a little older, but it is still really cool to see some of those pieces being pulled out. The snipes for some were meh. Yeah, you legit were gonna snipe Sujin for Libra. Libra is gorgeous. Okay, so the Trin Libra is gorgeous. Um, don't blame you. Really don't blame you. Honestly, like the Trin series, like if I had been around, had money, whatever, I probably would have purchased the entire Zodiac series from the Trin stuff just because they're all so good. I don't think there's a single one of the Trin Zodiacs that I go, nah, I don't like it. And I am very picky about, especially my own Zodiac, because it's the only Zodiac so far that I've seen that I wasn't like, well, that's hot dog crap. The number was in my text box. Oh, you see that, Sujin? That was a premeditated snipe, but she didn't do it. He was on the grassy knoll and did not take the shot. That's right. Keep your friends close and your Melisas closer. You could get sniped from the darkness. Next auction, let's see if we like the same kits and try to snipe each other. Yes. I am here for it. I don't know if I gotta buy a ticket, but I'm here for it. I could probably sell tickets for that. Oh, my drill just popped. Okay, so I've got a list of questions, speaking of my drill popping, of the most annoying things about diamond painting, this or that, which is, like I said, sort of like a would you rather. Obviously, you pick one or the other. And some are like they're both horrible. Some are there's obviously one better choice than the other, but I'm curious to know what you guys think you would rather deal with. I know what I would rather deal with, but I'm always curious what your answers are going to be because sometimes, my opinion is not popular opinion. I would have definitely gotten Virgo and considered others if I'd been DPing. Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, they're all pretty good. All pretty good. I love that I've got in Sagittarius, it has an owl. Love that. And she's got like, I don't know if you can see her quiver of arrows in the DP version, but in his artwork, you can actually see that she's got a quiver of arrows on her shoulder. Very cute. Very cute stuff. Okay, I'm ready. Are you guys ready? So, this or that. First, we're going to start with drill problems, okay? So, this or that. Popping drills or slipping drills? Oh, oh no. Popping drills or slipping drills? Well, slipping drills is generally a glue problem. Popping drills is usually a drill problem, right? And I feel like with the drills slipping, you can generally like leave your canvas open, let the glue kind of cure a little bit more, and then try and lay them down again. But oh, I don't know. What's worse, popping drills or slipping? I hate slipping drills. I really do. I hate when I'm just trying to lay my drills down and they're like, whoop, right off of the dang spot. Popping drills worse. I prefer slippy. Ooh, ooh. And yes, like Melissa says, please hit that like button. You do not want to get sniped. I'll be coming for you with my sniper finger. That sounds dirtier than I intended, but that's okay. You know what I mean. I mean, I'll come for you with my sniper finger if you would like, but I just prefer you just hit the like button instead. How about that? Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd rather deal with popping drills because I can usually like crunch them into place or whatever. Slipping drills, you gotta wait. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. I hate them both pretty equally. Let's see. Static in your drills or trash drills? Dealing with tons of static in your drills or dealing with tons of trashy drills? Man, Man, I hate both of these, but static drills, man, when you're trying to get them in and out of the containers is a right pain in the butt. And trashy drills can cause issues where you might not have enough to finish your project, and that is super annoying. I might have to defer to you guys and see what you guys have to say on that. Static. I didn't even wait to hear the latter part. You'd rather deal with static than anything else? I don't know, man. Like, I hate it when even like when you're dealing with it on your tray and you're trying to get your stuff back into the freaking containers if it's staticky and you just can't. It's like you're like smacking the tray trying to get the freaking drills out of there. Awful. Trash is worse. Yeah, it seems to me like at least with trash, you can replace the drills, you can pick through them, whatever, but I don't want to deal with static. I really don't want to deal with static. They're both horrible options. I hate them both pretty equally. They're terrible. Annoyances. That's what they are. Major annoyances. I have a dryer sheet I cut up and yeah, so I have like dryer sheets that I keep in the bottoms of my bottles or my containers, whatever I happen to be using, which keeps the static down fairly well. So I don't have too much of an issue. Just whatever you do, don't put that anti-static dust on my dang drills. I don't need it. I'll figure it out. I'll put them in the freezer. I'll do anything else, but don't put that freaking powder on them. Because now all you've done is created drills that have powder on them that is now getting into my putty. And that is an annoyance, a major annoyance. Whoop. Might need to switch trays. One might be just a little too bit big. Little bit big. Let's see. Next one. Round drills that won't stay straight or square drills that won't stay straight. Ooh. I feel like round drills that won't stay straight are easier to move where you need them. Like you can use a straightener. You can do that with the edge of a square that isn't staying straight. But like once you've got a bunch laid down, it's really hard to get square drills into a place that you want them to go. So I think for me, I would rather deal with round drills that won't lay straight because I can fix those easier. Yeah, looks like you guys agree with me. Oof, that's rough. Super rough. Because okay, so I've told the story before, but when I was working on Try to Follow, another piece by Color Out of Place, it was the bottom left area, no, top left area of the canvas, which is all black, and the drills are peaked in that particular kit. And so I was starting to drop a row because everything was so tight, everything was so close. And I was using, close this up for a second. It was on the edge, and I was using a straightening tool like this sort of thing, right? And I was like pushing and moving things, like pushing really, really hard, and it slipped, and I ran my knuckle across the top of the canvas where the drills were. And I still have a scar. I don't know if you can see it, but I still have a scar on my knuckle right there. And in the like winter time, when it gets cold, that actually gets sore. Like, I don't horrible. I I had a gouge there in my finger for weeks because I really like scraped the bejeezles out of it. Like worse than rug rash. It was not cool. Square drills that won't stay straight are the worst. They hurt my wrist. Yeah. It's a little bit of a pain in the booty. Okay. This or that. The wrong. Oh, wait. Missing. Okay, wait. Oh, hold on. The wrong color of drills. You've been sent the wrong color or missing a whole bag. Would you rather that they send you the wrong color or just be missing an entire bag of what you needed? I mean, they both suck. Either a situation, you're going to have to contact them and tell them, like, hey, send me the right color drill. But if the drill is close enough, like if it's pretty close, I might see how it looks before I try to deal with them. Whomever, like, try to deal with getting more. Hello, Queen Bees DPs from New Zealand. Mel says, neither. Mel, hi, I have a diamond painting injury. Yes, go into the hospital like, I hurt my finger. They're like, please leave, ma'am. This is the emergency department. And I don't know if you noticed that man sitting over there, he's missing an arm. Get out of here with your little scrape finger. Like, bye. Yeah, well. Geez. I don't know. I guess leave them out so at least I know they're wrong. Because, if something's like totally mismarked, I don't know the entire DMC. And I might not realize I've put in a wrong color until after I've laid the stupid things on the canvas and went like, this looks weird. You're lucky they'll give you more than one drill as a replacement at Abby. Yes. Uh-oh. Rowan's got a meltdown. Feel better, Rowan. Get good sleepies. Missing because that'll be easier to notice in the wrong color. Yes, I'm with you, Sujin. But both are terrible. You sure you want to go with missing bag? Ooh. Probably wrong color, extra color, and just get the right color. Oh, well, Miss Queen Bees DPs, I'm working on Sometimes by Color Out of Place. I'll show you a picture here from Diamond Art Club. If I can find the picture. There we go. It is this one from Diamond Art Club, and I'm working on it sideways, so you're actually like, I'm like right down in this area, right there on the canvas. From Color Out of Place. Yeah, hopefully they send you more than one diamond like they did with Abby. I mean, to be fair, you did tell them that you were missing one quad cube, so I guess it was good they sent you one quad cube. Thank goodness it didn't arrive and wasn't in some way defective, because you'd just be contacting them and waiting another month for one quad cube. I mean, I thought you were very creative in just using 4, white ABs or whatever to go there while you waited. So that works out. But that'd be bad on a kit like Mermaid Empress, because there's lots of quad cubes in that one. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd rather have a missing color. Well, thank you, Queen Bees DPs. What's your name? So I can call you Queenie, Queen, call you Bees. Is that a lot of black and blue? Actually, no. There was a lot of blue because there's no black in this kit. There's no 310 at all. But it was like literally all the dark blues and whatnot. Like it was all the blues in that section, but no 310s, which I'm happy about. And then the trash was minimal. Like this is all the trash that I have for this entire kit so far. And I'm like 4 rows in. It's big too. It's like a 105 by 70. People call me B. All right. Better than nothing. So unexpected. Bianca, but people call you B. Well, I'll call you B then. Or I'll call you B, Anka. Yeah. 939, like dark blue. But yeah, not terrible. No 310, which is black, and then mostly it was just dark blues. 939, 823, 311, 803, like that spectrum of the dark, like navy blues. But pretty good stuff. And now I'm into the very colorful parts of the diamond painting, which I'm happy about because it's very colorful. But this one is 99 colors. Although okay, so hearing like, oh my gosh, 99 colors, but the thing is, they aren't like, it's not like one square is 99 colors. You know what I mean? Like the 99 colors are spread throughout the canvas. So once you transition out of blues, then you're into, reds and oranges and pinks or whatever. You're not just using 99 different colors all over the canvas, which I appreciate because that would be a lot to deal with. You are from the future. Oh, sweet. And thank you for your sub. I appreciate it. You are in the future in Wednesday. Yes, yes. And you're just moving into spring now, right? You're moving into spring in New Zealand? Am I close? I think I'm close. Because we're moving into fall? I think that's correct. I don't think I made that up. Listen, the only reason I know that is because Animal Crossing has a northern hemisphere and a southern hemisphere, and I know that in the northern hemisphere, when it's spring in the game, it's fall in the southern hemisphere. Yeah, okay. See, look, I didn't make stuff up. Cool. Bring on summer and warmer weather. Yeah, we're about to move into a really funky winter because we have a very unstable polar vortex, which is supposed to be bringing some very unstable winter weather our way. Like it's been in some parts of the United States, it's been like 30, 40 degrees during the day. And where I am, it's been like 80 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. Let's see. Next one. Too much confetti or too much color blocking? Well, y'all know what I'm going to pick. I would rather deal with too much confetti than too much color blocking. I mean, granted, like, yeah, there are points where the confetti, like, even for me, gets to be a bit much. And it's like, all right, I'm done. I don't want to deal with this again for a while. But I would rather deal with too much confetti than too much color blocking any day. The color blocking is just too monotonous. It's too boring. It makes me feel like an insane person. Well done on that respray. Thank you very much. We've had bad wins here at the, ooh, wins. No good, no good. Yeah, I can't really do too much color blocking. I did the DAC kit, what's that smell, which was an Ah Real Monsters kit, and I hated it. Oh, I hated it. I finished it, but I hated it. He says confetti any day. Missy says confetti is the worst. Yeah, it's not for everybody. Give me too much confetti every day. Confetti. Marianne says better with confetti. Shannon says confetti. Mel's here for the confetti. We're in the North Island, North, South, and Stewart Island. Oh, cool. So that puts you closer to the equator. I'm here for the confetti. I prefer a mix. Same. I much prefer a mix. I would rather have a mix, but if I've got to deal with one or the other, definitely going to be confetti over color blocking. I mean, granted, it slows me way down in how many finishes and, you know, whatever that I can get done, but it's still less annoying than color blocking. Especially like, okay, so, you know, finishing quickly, if you're spending the same amount on a color blocky kit that's large, small, whatever, it doesn't make a difference, but you're only finishing it in 3 days, it's just not economically a good decision to get color blocking kits when you finish too fast, you know? Antarctica. Got dashing it back to work. Have a good day at work. Abby prefers a balance too. Yes, very much so. Oh, you're closer to Antarctica. Woo! Well then. But you got some cold, cold winters. But have a fantastic day at work. Thank you for stopping in. That's fun. Get some more international peeps in here. I know Alice. I don't think Alice is on right now, but from Australia is tomorrow where she is also. Imagine how many DPs you could get done with color blocking. I know it's pretty sick. Um, I think that the reason that my number was so high last year, because last year I finished like 45 diamond paintings. I I feel like a lot more of what I was doing last year, at least at the beginning of the year, was a lot of really color blocky kits. And so, and rounds. They were rounds and they were color blocky. And as kind of the year went on, I was mixing it up more, and I'm glad that I did because, yeah, oof, if I had a stash of 100 color block kits, that would take me less than a year probably to do. Data gem shop level confetti, not bad. Those 200 color kits, no, fair. That's fair. That is very, very fair. Um, let's see. Running out of drills or having thousands left over? Leftovers always, especially if they're Diamond Art Club drills. I mean, granted, I don't need thousands. Well, sorry, geez. Whatever that's about. Use beans. Um, I don't want to have thousands of acrylic drills left over, but I'll take thousands of DAC leftovers any day. I want to do a conversion project at one point, and I'd rather have all DAC drills than, you know, just a bunch of garbage. I take that over not enough, even with acrylics, though. Give me all the drills, extras for the win. Yes. Yes, yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't save acrylics. I don't have a need for them particularly, but I do have them bagged up because there are people who do like resin crafts where they have drills in their resin and they'll make, you know, sculptures or whatever. I saw one that was like an octopus and it had resin or excuse me, acrylic drills like floating in it. Very cute. Very, very cute. If I had a mold like that, I'd probably do the same thing since I have so many. Let's see. Okay, canvas chaos. Would you rather have over sticky edges where like the glue was over poured, or a non or canvases with non-sticky spots? Okay. So over pouring over the edges, so you've got extra sticky edges, or spots on your canvas that don't have enough glue and are not sticky at all. And I've had to deal with that with actually several kits in the recent past. This one's been good. I've had no issues with this one. But I ugh, it is really irritating to have to deal with a canvas that has spots that aren't sticky. I mean, you could, if you really wanted to, clean up the glue with some rubbing alcohol or whatever, or cover it with washi tape. At least you know the glue, there's glue on it. You know what I mean? Over pour, no contest. Yeah. Because it is really annoying to deal with spots on the canvas that aren't sticky, especially when they're inconsistent. You know, if like the whole canvas isn't sticky, you can kind of sort of go through and either use your, you know, glue stuff, or you can use your alcohol trick like I've been doing. But having them in inconsistent patches is really freaking annoying. Because then it's like you don't even know what's happening until after you've already probably struggled with trying to lay down a bunch of drills. And by then, it's like you don't want to use the alcohol tray or the alcohol trick. And you don't really want to use the glue to put down either, because then you're just getting glue all over the drills you just laid down. So then you got to decide, like, oh, am I going to pick them up, take them off the canvas, and start it over again? Ugh, nah. Give me that over pour. I'll cover it with washi tape. I agree. No contest, Sujin. No contest. Um, ooh, symbols that are hard to read, or symbols that are too similar to each other. I guess in a way is kind of the same thing, can be the same thing, but like, okay, like blurry symbols or symbols that are close together and are too similar to each other. I had both happen on Maban. That was torturous. The finish is gorgeous. I love the finish on that canvas, but I 100% can see why they decided to archive it, because it was both problems. Not only did you have blurry areas where you couldn't even tell what the symbol was, but then you had in the dark spots, there were symbols that were so freaking similar to each other, you didn't know what in the heck you were supposed to lay down. But if I had to pick one or the other, since I would love to pick neither, I hate them both so genuinely. Um, I I guess I need to be able to, at least if they're similar, I can see them, right? I can at least see the symbol. Can't do much with blurry symbols that you can't read at all. So I guess that's what I'm gonna go with. Similar, similar stuff. What's up, Miss Noel? Sorry, I'm late. Looking beautiful. All you can see is my arm. What do you mean, looking beautiful as always? Beautiful arms. Yes. Look at my sexy hands. I know you mean the canvas. Too similar. Poor legibility is the worst. It is. Yeah, but both of them suck. Too similar sucks more if the colors aren't similar. Ooh, that's true. Yeah, with Maban, it was like in all the dark areas, which was like black, like 3371. It was like all the dark browns, dark grays. They were all in dark blues. They were all in the same area. And it was so impossible to tell like what you were even supposed to be doing. The worst. Did not enjoy. Beans do not start, sir, with your booth. Yeah, they both suck. Um, let us see here. Okay. Here's one that's just like a question, more or less. Grid lines or no grid lines? Grid lines or no grid lines? Um, I mean, I can do it without because I have plenty of times, but I would prefer to have grid lines if I've got a choice. Even if they're just very, very light, faint grid lines, just so I know I'm laying them in the right spot. Because sometimes, you get some kinds of symbols. It's really hard to tell if you're like bang on in the middle of it. And so, yeah, I think I would much rather have grid lines if I have a choice between the two. Either one. Marianne says either one. Yeah, I do enjoy my grid lines. Sujin likes grid lines. Mel like grid lines. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've like I said, I've done it before without, but I do prefer them. Like I know Jade's you have to I think you like have to request them if you want grid lines, if I'm not mistaken. There's a couple of places that don't do them at all, and it's okay. I mean, I'll do it, but I'm not as confident, I don't think, in my placement skills without having a grid line to reference a little bit and just, know that I'm laying them correctly. What about guide circles? Oh man. Guide circles or no guide circles? Sujin would like to know your thoughts. I do not I don't know, man. No, I would rather not have guide circles for rounds. Um, Mostly because, okay, I finished working on what was it? Maybe it was Catch Me by Mrs. Butter D. That sounds right. I think it was Catch Me by Mrs. Butter D. And, if you lay it off even a millimeter off, you're gonna see that there is this slight like line underneath it. And then it's like all of your light drills have eyebrows. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. That's annoying. Faint, faint guide circles are not so bad, but even then, how dark are the guide circles? Old DAC rounds. Oh no. Yeah, no, I would rather just not. Oh boy. Somebody made sounds upstairs and it made the dogs go woof woof. How very dare somebody make sounds in the home that is not allowed up in here. Not with these dogs. That's too noisy for them. Oh my gosh, bird. Do you know why you're a fat bird who can't fly? Because you're always asking for treats when somebody's eating something. Okay, this bird, her wings are not clipped. I don't have to clip her wings because her fat ass does not know how to fly. She's just fat. She can like flap her wings like if she was to decide to fall off of her perch or whatever. She can flap to get to the ground, but she doesn't know how to flap her wings and like get lift. She can't fly. Like she doesn't know how to fly. Yeah, no freaking guide circles. Oh my gosh. Um Drill field too tight or too loose? I cannot, absolutely cannot stand massive gapping. At least with a really tight grid, like a drill field, you can pretty much make it work. Like you can start to kind of give yourself a little bit of space as you go along or whatever. I would much rather have a drill field that's really tight than a drill field that's really loose and you can park a bus in between all the gaps. Ugh. Some people think that Dax drill field is far too tight. I call those people whiners. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe a little bit. Um, a little bit whiner. but I would much rather deal with a tighter drill field. It just looks better because even their round drill field seems tighter than what it used to be, and I love it. It's too tight and everything's popping. Yeah, that's a problem. Like so tight the drills don't fit. I would think that it's not so tight that the drills don't fit, otherwise you just really can't complete the diamond painting. You know what I mean? But you also can legitimately rough up your fingers trying to straighten the drills out and get the freaking drills in there straight. It's the only time I've injured myself, but when I did Spirit and it was gappy, like you could park a truck in there, um, that was the closest I think I've ever come to, like, midway through working on a canvas, just yeet it into the garbage can. Oh, I hated it intensely. I'm with you, Mel. I really like their current drill field. I'm good with it. I think this is a perfect, like, you can stay there. It's just fine. You know, like there's nothing more to fix here. Leave it alone. I mean, unless they were to change their drills again, like make the drills a little larger or something, then it would be too tight. But I like it the way that it is. I'll take it and they can leave it alone. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Ugh, hate that. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Working, this is going to be a confusing one, but you'll get what I'm asking. Working upside down or working sideways? So, like, if you have to flip or move your canvas around, would you rather work on it where it's flipped upside down or where it's flipped sideways? And for me personally, there is a correct answer, and that is flipped sideways. I would rather work on it flipped sideways. I don't know what it is. I can still read the symbols just fine. The only thing that sucks is no matter whether you flip it upside down or sideways when you work on it, when you get every, like, the arrows that go in all directions. So, like, these arrows, when you get like one arrow is this way, one arrow is this way, one arrow is this way, you know what I mean? Or the other ones where it's like the this, where you get this on all sides of the square, and it's like you get this way, you get that way, you get that way, whatever. I hate that in either case. Like, it sucks. Um but I would rather try to read my canvas sideways than I would upside down. I do both. It doesn't bother me. I can't get my brain to do it. It throws me off real bad. Upside down, my desk isn't big enough to flip it sideways. Oh no. I'm lucky enough that right now, the way my desk is set up, I know that Diamond Art Club at least is only going to go as large as 70 centimeters on one side or the other. So, like, this one is in landscape. Um, and so it fits because I have just enough space between my light that's affixed to my desk there and my tripod, which is affixed to my desk there. And so there's exactly 70 centimeters in between where I can just fit the canvas as I'm working, because I go the opposite direction. So I start at the bottom and I go to the top. So it ends up rolled up in front of my lap. Well, anything larger than that, like an 80 by 80 or whatever from another company, and it doesn't fit in between my light over here and my tripod right there. But if you could do it sideways, would you prefer it sideways, Abby? What Melissa's asking you. Because, yeah, it throws me off. I don't know why upside down fully throws me off, but I'm also not very good at trying to read upside down. Like some people, they can they can basically look over your shoulder at whatever you're reading or writing. Not over your shoulder. They can look, like down and see, like if you're holding your book like that and they're standing on this side, they can read what is written there. I don't have that ability, but I could stand next to you and look over your shoulder and read it sideways. Yep, I would. I've been able to do it with smaller cameras. Wow. Sorry. Second, somebody upstairs is making noise again. They're done. Okay. Sorry. Well, at the same time, I heard somebody upstairs moving something around, so I wasn't sure. Who knows with them? It could have been a squirrel's fart, and they would still bark at it. That's what they do. Dogs. Living with dogs. Feel like I'm weird with this one. I can see where it is annoying, but I'm not annoyed for some reason. Okay. Yeah, that's rough. I don't have good ability with that. Ooh. Neither is the answer to this one, but would you rather receive a folded canvas on delivery or creases in your canvas from the way you've stored it? Well, neither, because I don't store it in such a way that it's going to get creases because it bothers me really badly. And if my canvas arrives folded from any place, I'm getting some sort of a refund, a discount, a something. Like my canvases best never arrive folded. That's just not the way to send me my canvases. Not with as much as we pay for our canvases. You send me that sucker folded, and we're gonna have a problem. So I guess, yeah, I guess I'm going with creases. You fold my canvas, we're gonna have trouble. That'd be the exact last order from me to that company. Be like, and if this is the way that you mail your stuff, I guess I know very, very quickly that I do not want to work with you. Never got a folded one. Um, Generally you see it with like Amazon kits that they put in like bubble mailers and they'll fold them in half. Do I have any out here that I could show you? Probably not. Um, I know that like I've had a couple of Amazon kits that arrived that way. I think I gave most of those away. But yeah, they're like literally folded in half and on itself too, which like what are you doing? Let's see. Um oh, here we go. Tool troubles. Putty too soft or putty too hard? And for me, that's very simple. I would rather have my putty is too hard because I'm a hard placer and within zero time, I'll have it worked down to chewing gum consistency. Whoa, 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 excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. Sugar. Oh, this troublemaker. Just a moment. Not a dog. Mm-hmm. You're not getting a snack. You see her licking her lips like she's gonna get a snack? Mm-mm. She thinks the other dogs are getting a snack. Oh, they're getting a snack and you're not, Sugar. You know why? Because you're barking. Sit down. There you go. You get to stay here with me and get zero snacks because you're barking at nothing. Oh, we got a we've had a couple of mice that have gotten really adventurous in the house, and we noticed that when we were watering the cactuses and succulents on Sunday, that's the day that when Dustin decides to water things or check on things, he does it on Sundays. And there were like a couple of mouse droppings right next to where the cactuses are. I'm like, what in the heck are you doing up here? So we got a new mouse trap. And the like first day we had it set, within an hour of the other, we trapped two of them. I was like, sometimes I'll look over. We got a window right over here, like a main window, and there'll be one literally sitting up on top of the curtain rod. But my house was built in 1900, so like mice are kind of just generally going to be a problem. I feel like until you figure out where every little nook and cranny in your 1900 house is at, it's not easy. So sometimes I'll have a little mouse friend that's just like legitimately sitting there watching me, sitting on the curtain rod. Little jerk. The cat heard the word snacks and started meowing. No putty has ever been too hard for me, so I'd like to experience that once. Ooh. Hard, it'll melt in the California heat. There you go. I don't know that. I'm trying to think, like, do you remember when, before Diamond Art Club started including it in the twist and pick pen, they had their sparkle sticky, right? And that putty was actually a really firm putty, a really hard putty. I liked it. I thought the sparkle sticky was great. Other people did not care for it, which, I mean, I understand. It was pretty hard putty, and I think if you're a soft placer, it was even hard to, like, maybe for people who place very soft, it was hard to get it stuck to the putty enough to pick up the drills. And so I enjoyed that putty, but I was pretty alone on that. I think most people did not like the sparkle sticky. I would have stuck with it personally. Okay, now was that Sugar's fault? That was not Sugar's fault. That was Beansy's fault. Why don't you take him for a ride? No, I can't shut up. I'm on a live. So take it with you. Yeah, you can go sit down at the park with him and take out Genghis Khan on your Switch. Go down to the river, put you in the water. Take me to the river. Put me in the water. Be like Billy Bass, Big Mouth Billy Bass, or whatever it was. Isn't that what it was? Big Mouth Billy Bass. Doesn't your dad have one of those? I bet he does. I think it's in the basement. I think I remember it being in the basement in the old laundry room. Oh, that's not nice. Don't put something up that'll scream at you in the middle of the night while you're trying to just go to the bathroom. Um, okay. Ooh, my goodness. These ones are both bad. Pen tip keeps falling out, or multiplacer keeps breaking. They're both terrible. Um, so at least with the pen tip falling out, there's fixes. Like you can use washi tape and make it stay better. But if your pen tip keeps breaking, or your multiplacers keep breaking rather, like there's not a good solution for that except training yourself maybe not to push as hard, or don't buy cheap things, I guess. I don't know. I'll go with the pen tip one just because that has some like a way that you can actually fix it. You wrap that bad boy in washi tape and hope for the best. Okay. Ooh, hey, I have a separate question that is not related to any of these questions, as there are 18 of you on here. Depends. Am I heavy confetti or color blocking? Let's go with color blocking. Your pen tip's falling out while you're color blocking. That'd be crap, but having your multiplacer break while you're color blocking, that also sucks. I don't know if I just made it easier or harder for you to decide. Okay. So, question for all of you that are able to answer. I was talking to Diamond Pen Pal, and we're trying to figure out. I think the reason that she asked was regarding like the kind of pens that she will make for Mary Morales. So she was asking me like what one of the canvases should be kind of like the main theme this year. And first, I'd love to hear like your thoughts. Which of the canvases from Diamond Art Club should be sort of our mascot theme this year? Like last year I used Satura, but there's already a Satura pen, so we went with Ajacai, and it might even end up being the special winners pen. Like this, I have the Ajacai pen matcher that like Melissa has the other one that they're going to put inside of the pen. Do we have an idea of what we might want to see inside of this year's special Mary Morales pen? What do you guys think? What do you think? Because I have some ideas. I mean, I'd love to see Satura inside one of those. But I also think that like Dark Lilith inside of there would be badass. They've also did the Inside Watery Eyes pen last year that they could reprise. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Lumina would also be beautiful inside of a pen. I have to agree with you there. It would be very beautiful. And I think the colors, well, the nice thing about that would also be that, this was the Ajacai, right? The opposite side of the Ajacai. If you just got the Ajacai pen and you didn't win the one with the image in it, how good would Lumina and Ajacai look next to each other? So I see you, Melissa. Hi, Jamie. Maybe Night Melody could be cool, especially if somebody doesn't have the kit. They could at least have the pen. That's a good idea. I'm going to vote Hades and Persephone or Dark Lilith since you did gods and goddesses this year too. Oh, that's not a bad idea. I don't know if Hades and Persephone will fit because the image would have to be really kind of small. But Dark Lilith, I think, would work. I think there would be enough to it. Did I just legitimately put that away? What the hell did I just pull out? This one. Jeez. Is it this one? Let me make sure it is. What the heck am I doing? Don't put the bottle away before you're done using the drills, Naomi. That's not smart. Because obviously when it comes to like regular themes, they can do more than one, right? I'm just talking about kind of the winner pen. Dark Lilith or Lumina sound neat. That's what I was thinking. I need to win Lumina. Everybody needs to shush right now. Can you put it on Discord poll with info? Yeah, sure. I can put it on Discord with a poll as to which ones were already done. You can kind of have an idea of what's up because I know they tried to do a Hades and Persephone last year. Um, and I think it was just a bless you. It was just an issue with uh they didn't get them out toward the end fast enough or something. I can't remember. There was a reason that the Hades and Persephone pens didn't end up like going out for general sale. They did do um a couple of commissions that were Hades and Persephone, but I don't think they did an actual like run. Bless you again. I do think Lumina would be beautiful as a pen though. Chroma has a color palette that's almost Christmassy. Um, and I don't think that it necessarily needs to be anything real. I think part of the reason of picking like Mary, Merry Morales was because it does fall over the holidays, blah blah blah. Plus happy, kind of double meaning there. But I don't think it needs to be Christmassy or anything like that. I think it's just any and all of her work is good, you know? I think the Love Tessie slash like kind of night melody palette would be beautiful in a pen, like a regular resin pen like this too, without necessarily putting like the special backgroundy things in it. I think those could look really, really beautiful in a pen. Their color palettes, kind of those like teals and cream and purple. Hi, Lola. Came to listen while I DP. Well, welcome, welcome. You can put it on Discord as long as you vote for Lumina, just saying. Pretty Morales ladies distracting you. Yes, always. Always being distracted by pretty Morales ladies. You're probably right. That is probably what messed me up. Okay, where is the color that I'm looking for? I'm trying to there it is. This weird, like, I don't know what you call this color, mauve purple, something. Um, yeah, I honestly any are awesome. I think it would also be kind of nice to see like dragon spirit because there's reds in there. I like the color palette of Hades and Persephone because there's auburns in there. I don't know. But I do really think Lumina is very, very pretty and would look really pretty inside of a pen. Hello, Buffy Shimmers. Welcome, welcome. Okay, back to our questions. This or that. Um, oh, storage container lids that break or ones that are impossible to open. Well, that's a sugar. Do not. That's a problem with like art dot tic tacs, not TikToks. Art dot tic tac containers. I was all the time breaking the lids on those. So annoying. But I also hate it when I am like struggle bussing with a lid and I can't get the freaking thing off because then if I'm working at it too hard, I'm probably going to end up with drills everywhere while I struggle with the lid. So I don't know. Love Tessie because Sujin can't fix the proportions if it's in a pen. Shade. Oh no. Shots fired. Shots have been fired. Gotta just deal with her and her big old head. And she's supposed to Ooh. Melissa woke up and chose violence today. um yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd rather deal with the lids like, breaking or whatever because I can replace them. I can't get the dang lids off. Like sometimes even Elizabeth Ward containers, man, it's like sit there and mess around with it for 10 minutes because it just will not unsnap. That's annoying. Very annoying. Part of why I use these screw-on lids because they're much easier to get off. I don't crank them closed, so a little better. Nothing's impossible. What if you added resin to make a bubble effect like a magnifier? Oh, and make her head look even bigger? Yes. Just like have her have her head have her head, but make the resin bubble make the resin bubble where her head is like even bigger. So it's like, pretend that's a magnifier. Yeah, I love it. Just make a big bubble of resin for a big old bubble head. Oh, this one I'm very familiar with. Filling drills on carpet or in your lap. Well, we know what one I love. I love to spill them directly into my lap or just sort of like spray them off of my own boobs. More or less, I just like scoop the whole tray at myself and then it goes, or the container, and it goes, but it ends up in my lap. Because I can take my tray and like put it underneath my legs, like this is my legs, right? And then I just go boop, and then I just like get them into the tray. Yes, in my lap. I can probably save more of them in my lap than I can if they're on the carpet. Y'all got to witness me doing that just a couple weeks ago. Just sort of dumping them directly into my lap. Oh, so that was this canvas too. It was the red fairy dust that I did that with, and I got down on the floor and I picked them all up, the ones that I thought that I had gotten. That I thought was only like maybe 10 drills or whatever, and I was like, "No, I'll get it later." Yeah, it was not 10 drills. It was closer to like 30 drills, maybe 45 drills. Too many. Drills go everywhere. I'm just real good at dropping my drills because I talk with my hands and I'm very expressive. So, like during a live or whip and chat or whatever, I'm just busy throwing my hands around, getting real excited, throwing my drills everywhere for fun, for good times, for chuckles. You just never know when you need good chuckles, I guess. In my lap, I dropped 4 containers on the carpet yesterday. Oh no. I hate it. Hate it so bad. Oh, here's one. Kidding up taking forever or kidding down taking forever. Oh, that's terrible. Kidding up taking forever or kidding down taking forever. Well, like I've mentioned, like kid ups are exciting because you're about to start a piece, you're like all getting stoked about working on it. Kidding down, it's like you're done with the piece. You have to get the stuff out of there so that you can start another piece. It's like dishes, which I hate. I hate dishes. I wish I didn't ever have to wash them because they're constant. They never end and it's not fun. It's not fun. So I guess I'd rather have a kit up that takes forever than a kit down. Kit up is more fun anticipating. Kit up, love looking at all the pretty colors. Kitting up is more fun. Yeah, they already take forever, up and down. Yeah, definitely. Sujin says kit up. Yeah, I don't know, man. I hate kitting down. I hate it. And I mean, granted, I make the process take longer. I do. And I used to before I even started like putting my drills into Ziploc baggies and separating them and getting them all in order and whatever. I still made it take too long because I saved all of my old like the DAC bags that they come in. Um these guys, I would save these to put them back in there so that I could go through them and like put them away later and kept them with their original sets. So rather than just pitching them in the garbage, which some people decide to do, that they just put them directly into the trash or recycling. I'm not one of those people. Like I always find a way to make my kit downs take too freaking long. For real, for real. They already take forever up and down. I agree, Molly. I do. Um, oh, label stickers that don't stick or stickers that never come off. I have some storage right now from a kit down where I cannot get the stickers off. I think I'm going to need to like soak them in alcohol or something in order to get the stickers off. I think it's a Jaded Gem Shop. Yeah, it's a Jaded Gem Shop. And the stickers just do not want to come off. Like they're on there. They're like the papery ones and they're on there and I can't get the freaking things off. And so that one is going to take me a minute. And the stupidest part, that was a brand new crap. Whoa, sorry. That was my own fault. That was my fault. 1 second. But out when I'm walking past. Sorry, that was my fault. I put my thing down too hard. So that was a brand new Craftmates container that I stuck stickers directly to instead of being smart and putting washi tape down. So I ruined a brand new Craftmates with stickers. And so I just haven't used it to kit up anything because, well, one, I don't need it right now, but two, I don't want to deal with the freaking stickers. Can't get off, there's goo gone. Well, the problem, Buffy, this is what I did. I used Goo Gone for a container. One moment. Yeah. Show it to you. I can find the lid that of course it's on the bottom. Of course it's on the bottom. One moment. I'll show you what Goo Gone did to it. I had a sticker, like the sticker of the image, on top of my Elizabeth Ward knockoffs. They're not real Elizabeth Wards or anything. And I attempted to use Goo Gone. And like, this is the normal look of the plastic. You know, you see through it. This is what happens when you put Goo Gone on certain kinds of plastic. It will destroy it. And so I don't want to run the risk of destroying my Craftmates containers with Goo Gone. So it really depends on the type of plastic because certain types, it will legitimately just eat the plastic. That became like melty when it happened. And so I try not to use Goo Gone if I absolutely do not have to. Because I'm trying not to ruin my brand new container, unfortunately. I have sticker labels that are peeling off right now and it's annoying. Already lost one. I would rather have them stick. I can just stick new stickers on top of those. Yeah, like if I remember to put washi tape down, absolutely I would rather the sticker be sticky, you know? Jamie says, fuck kidding up, fuck kidding down. Oh my gosh. I've stickers that don't come off for me, but it's annoying to scrape the yuckies off. Yeah, yeah. So just be aware that Goo Gone, it can eat at plastic and melt it. So that's why I use alcohol. I'll just let it soak or whatever because it does generally break down the sticky stuff. But I would still rather deal with stickers too sticky than the stickers just flying off of there. I just have to freaking remember to put down washi tape. Because if you put down washi tape, then you just have to worry about the washi tape. I have washi tape. I mean, Diamond Art Club, their stickers are perfect. I mean, often I don't have issues with them being so sticky that they don't just go boop, pop right off, but not so with the Jaded Gem Shop. Those suckers are no joke. They are no joke with the stick. Rubbing alcohol does the trick for taking goo off. Yeah, that's what I generally use, Glory. Packing tape. Oh. Oh, like just sticking the packing tape down and then like peeling it back and pulling the goo off. Try that too. It's just a matter of having to try to actually get the sticker off first. That's the thing. I will often, like, if I'm just trying to get the sticker off itself, I'll use like the back end of a pair of murder tweezers to get that off of there. But what a pain in the butt, man. Sometimes even the like Muni made stickers, the Ever After stickers, like those also can be a little bit extra with regard to how freaking sticky it is. But yeah, I just gotta be better about remembering to put down the washi tape first with certain companies. Let's see. Next one. Drink here. Hmm. Oh, this is a problem most people run into, I think. Running out of storage or running out of space. I So it isn't a problem, I think, for most people who go like one whip at a time, right? You're not probably going to run out of storage and you're not probably going to run out of space. Um, but it, I would, I don't know, man. I can stack storage, like the Craftmates are stackable, the EWs are stackable. Um, so I'm a multiple width person. I like to have more than one going at a time. And I would much rather know that I have enough storage to like put them into than having no storage when I want to kit something up. So I guess I'd rather run out of space. I don't know. I have a printer and I picked up some sticker paper that isn't bad to remove. So if I see a sticker tends to be sticky, I'll copy them and print my own. Oh, that's a good idea though. I don't have a printer, but good idea. Or maybe I could run it through my Xyron and use like that sticker instead of the sticker that it comes like the sticky sticker that it comes with. Imagine the Xyron's probably not horrible, although I've never tried that. I haven't had to use my Xyron yet, but I'll find a way. I can make space for things. Marianne has plenty of both space and storage. Ooh, very nice, very nice. And I have storage even that I haven't used in forever that I probably could. But, you get used to certain kinds of storage systems that you really enjoy. And it's like, I don't want to go back to using Tic Tac containers. That's for peasants. Let me use my EW or my freaking art dot drawers. I'm all fancy now. Bougie. Too bougie for Tic Tac containers now. Let's see. Oh, let's see. I'm just reading through some of these. Hmm. Oh, this is an interesting one. Canvas is too small for the detail, or the canvas is too big to finish. Man. So I would rather a canvas be large and look good than be too small and make it like a pixelated mess. Um, I don't know if there is such a thing as too large if you really like the artwork. And I mean, most people, no matter what kind of diamond painting that you're doing, whether it's like Timu or Diamond Art Club, you know that like bigger is always going to be better. So I would rather have something that seems too large to finish than something that is just not rendered large enough. That's what minis are for, you know? You want to do some tiny work, then you go find some mini kits and deal with those little things. But yeah, I would much rather, at least at the beginning, feel like it's going to be too big to finish. I'm a one whip at a timer. So I guess I abstain. Okay. I think I'd prefer too big. I don't like messy rendering. Yeah, I mean, granted, I don't have a problem with confetti. I generally enjoy confetti over color blocking by a large margin, but there are times where it's like this is completely unnecessary confetti. This is just noise in a kit. They just didn't clean it up or whatever, but I would still rather that it be too big and I'll worry about I'll worry about the rest later. Just takes longer, that's all. Too small of writing stinks on any size. Yeah, too small. At least I can get it over with. Oh, that's hot take. Okay. Too large to finish. I imagine a giant 200 color kit that's going to drag. Big nope. Yeah, I mean, like the Josephine walls that are 200 colors, those are very tricky. And if you get them in large size, still pixelated because they're computer rendered. But in order to look good, they have to be computer rendered, you know? So they're going to be pixelated anyway, but they have to be large enough that they at least look decent. And oftentimes that's in a huge size that is also 200 colors. So it's kind of a catch 22, kind of a catch 22. And I've had my Josephine wall in whip for over a year. So no judgment on you. Computer renders are the worst for unnecessary confetti. Yeah, they can be, definitely. Um, I think a computer render will sometimes turn out so much better in a finish than something that is hand rendered poorly. But yeah, it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. There are some people who they have zero interest in working on a computer rendered kit. They feel like, if I'm paying all this money for a diamond painting, like give me that good hand render. I don't want to pay your company, even if it's a licensed artist that I love. I don't want to pay your company to just basically run it through a pixelator and then sell it to me for a bunch of money. You know, I get that. I definitely understand that. I don't think it's a terribly hot take either. It's just not for everyone to work a kit in that way. And I can't even be mad about it. Because in some respects, like, that's kind of the way I started out was doing the like pixelated computer rendered things. But, at a certain point, you don't necessarily want to go back all the time if you don't have to. Let's see. Ooh, here we go. Here's a one. Okay. So stock sells out instantly or The restocks are at 3 in the morning. Ooh, I think we've all felt this one. Um, yeah, you like wake up in the morning and you got a notification for a restock that happened at 3 in the morning. You missed it, and it's like, so which of, I guess the question would be, which of these is less agitating? Because they're both pretty agitating. If you're trying to get something and something sells out instantly, or it's pretty annoying when you're trying to get something on a restock and it restocks at 3 o'clock in the morning. By the time you get up in the morning, it's gone. Oh boy, 3 a.m. Yeah, and I'm usually up at 3 a.m., so it's not so bad for me. And I'm typically, if I remember that somebody was looking for something and I know they desperately wanted it, I'll go so far as to like Discord call somebody and be like, hey, you were looking for that at restock. Like, wake up, wake up. I remember the early Morales days, before Mary Morales happened, like before a lot of people ended up on the Discord. There were a group of us where if something restocked in the middle of the night, we're legit like messaging and calling each other like, hey, Satura just got back. You might want to go and grab it, because you never know, right? Friggin' 3 o'clock renders, 3 o'clock restocks, they can be real annoying, but most of the time I'm awake. And I feel like the nice thing about that is if you do happen to be awake when they do their, 3 o'clock restocks, you're typically, you're not like having to compete with as many people because they're asleep and you are not asleep. Kinda handy. Less agitating if it sells out instantly to keep missing restocks because they're at 3 a.m. sucks. That is true. That is true. Um, and I've been pretty lucky in that the things that I needed to get on a restocked at a decent time, or they were there when I got up in the morning or whatever, like later on. Been pretty lucky with regard to that. Because most of the things, if I really badly want them, I'm going to get them on a drop anyways. And I haven't, knock wood, knock knock, I haven't missed any drops for stuff that I wanted yet. Like I didn't get cart snatched or whatever. And now by Murphy's Law, that's going to happen the next time I want to make a purchase, since I've said something. Grr to all the FOMO stuff. Yeah. Yep. 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 Um, do. Let's see. Ooh, pet hair in your glue or your own hair stuck to it. I've had both of those things happen. At a certain point, the pet hair just kind of becomes confetti for the piece. I can't tell you how many different beans or Bowie or sugar hairs or even Bacon, my cat, how many of their hairs are like covered up with square drills and they're just stuck down on the canvas, or like I'll be looking later and somehow I didn't notice the hair and just kept laying down drills, and then I like pull on it and it like snaps the hair and it's still sort of sticking out there. I can't get them out. Um yeah, at a certain point it's like I have dogs. What am I supposed to do? I do the best that I can trying to make sure that I don't get pet hair on my canvas while I'm working on it, but it's also not always avoidable. I don't have a pet, but my hair has stuck to my canvas several times. I've stuck my own hair to my canvas too. Yeah, that's why mostly when I diamond paint, my hair is up in a ponytail. You can take him from somewhere now. Beans, he's gonna leave you. Oh boy, there he goes. My own hair. The pet hair is much finer and harder to remove. It is. Mm. Well, so Bean's tail hairs are legit like this long. They're really long hairs. I've found some of Beans's tail hairs that are as long as my hairs, and I'm like, wait, is that my hair or the dog's hair? Because like I'll find a long white hair on my head. I'm getting older, you know, and I will straight up wonder, is that Bean's hair or is that a gray hair that, well, white gray hair, silver hair that fell out of my head? And I'm like genuinely not certain. It's very annoying. Oh, there's a freaking mosquito. Oh, look at last mosquito of the season. What a jerk. Dead mosquito now. Where did you come from? Stupid mosquito. I'm gonna come in here and get me. Little vampire-y buggers. They genuinely don't. Generally, they don't like me. I don't taste good. Because he has the longest hair in my house. Yeah, it's a little crazy how long his freaking hair is, especially his tail hairs. It's crazy. Um, let's see. Okay. Um, just reading some of these. Oh, drills in your bra or drills in your sock. I've had both of these things happen. Uh, I'll get into the bathtub and not even realize that I've got a drill stuck to the bottom of my foot, and I'd like, start the water or whatever and move the water around and realize there's like a couple of drills just like in the bath water. Like, where did that come from? Definitely gotten drills in my bra. I couldn't tell you how. Like, I'm not over here like with my drills just sprinkling them around anywhere so that they're flying into my bra, but it happens for some weird reason. I have found them in both places. Although I have to say, when it like if they go in the bra, I don't generally notice them until I take my bra off, right? But the socks, it's it always seems to be like I figure it out when I put my slippers back on or whatever. Because I sit here, I kick my slippers off of my feet, and then I'm able to like sit cross-legged, or I'm able to just, fold my legs at the ankles or whatever, but I keep my socks on. Or sometimes it's just, bare feet, whatever. But when I put my slippers back on, that's when I generally find out that I have a drill stuck to my foot because I've stepped on it, and it can be, depending on where you step on it, like a little teeny Lego. Sock is worse. Square ones are sharp. Yeah, at the wrong angle. I agree. Found one on my butt. Yep. Yep. I have found them on my butt before. Raw. I can't stand it when they're on my feet. I notice. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, you take one step down on a drill and you definitely notice that they're there. It's like, what the heck is that? Dude? Like, stop. Very annoying. 'Cause they can be kind of like a tiny little Lego, especially the DAC squares with the peaked tops. They're really sharp on the top. Hence my knuckle can tell you. All right, let's see here. Do do do. Um, just reading. Oh, cat walking over your canvas or dog wagging its tail into your canvas. You found it in your underpants? Oh no. Cat walking across your canvas or a dog wagging its tail into your canvas. Um, my cat is very avoidy of my table. She didn't used to be well, the worst that she would do is she would jump down from the banister onto the corner of the table and like literally shake everything on the table like while I was filming and whatever. She doesn't so much do that anymore because we took the gate down and now she doesn't um have to try and scale a gate or whatever to get to the other side of the stairs, like onto the stairs. So she hasn't done that in a long time, but I have definitely had Beans, um, not so much with the wagging the tail, but like he'll try to run away from something like Dustin's trying to wipe his ear with an ear wipe or something, and he'll go like dive underneath the table, and he's not little. So often when he does that, he'll like pull my canvas because I have it rolled up there generally, and he'll like pull on the canvas by just basically rubbing into it and almost knock it on the floor or get his freaking hair stuck in it because he's rubbing on the dang canvas. So I guess I don't know. As long as the plastic's covering it, the cat can walk over top of it. I don't care. And a dog tail, yes, Tigger, can equal spilled trails. My cat's weird though because she also loves to lick plastic of any kind. Like the other day, I came downstairs and she was like legitimately licking the plastic on my craftmates container. Like um it was sitting like this, and the plastic stuff that like holds the piece together, like she's sitting there just licking it. I'm like, what are you doing? Sitting there licking plastic. But she does. She likes to lick plastic. She's just a really bizarre cat. I don't know. But she doesn't like the glue. I don't think she'd care for that so much. Lola's Craft Corner. I've had both of these happen to me, and even my husband had them stuck to our butts. Yeah, dog. I've heard too many cat involved disasters, including cat vomit on a cat. Oh no, no, me gusta. Well, I was like the one person who decided to hang their diamond paintings up over the litter boxes, and the diamond paintings fell down in the litter boxes. That's just why are you hanging your canvases up over a litter box in the first place? I'm a little concerned. I mean, I know what I paid for mine. I am not going to be hanging them up over the litter box, an open litter box. Not like it was a covered one either. It was an open litter box. Just nah. No, I think not. I think I will not. Gonna be a hard pass. Bro. Okay, let's do one more and then we'll call it an evening. Um, ooh, a canvas that smells weird or drills that smell like chemicals. Okay, I have yet to receive a canvas that smells weird. I mean, even stuff that I've gotten from D-Stash, I've never had anything that smelled like smoke or pets or whatever. Like that's never been a concern. And so I have never dealt with a canvas that smells bad, but like ABs just smell like chemicals. There's nothing to be done about it. I think they smell like cat urine. Other people say it smells like burnt rubber. Everybody kind of describes it a little bit differently, but basically ABs just smell bad, right? So I'm used to that. I'll take my usual weird smelling ABs to a canvas that smells weird because I've not ever had that happen. Has anybody else received a stank canvas from anywhere? I mean, sometimes the glue is more pungent like than other times, but nothing horrible. Yeah, Marianne saying canvas glue, but I guess I don't know because I'm so used to working with like Diamond Art Club or whatever, that I've not run into stinky glue issues on my canvases. I don't I don't know. It also could be that I'm just not smelling it. Like I might be missing it. Like I smoked for a long, long time, so it could just be that I'm just not smelling it. You have major smoke smell. Oh no, Kayleen. Like even when I smoke though, I don't like I never smoked in the house. Not directly in the house. We would smoke on like the three season porch or whatever, but never like just sitting in the house. So I haven't ever dealt with that, but I pay too dang much. Canvas that came from a smoker's home and it sucks. It's a lot better now, but I definitely prefer the ABs. Oh, and like airing it out didn't help, like just leaving it sit and air out, or was it like that bad? I mean, I'm imagining they must have been sitting there like chain smoking with it open right next to where they were like ashing their cigarette or something. I don't know. It's weird. All right. Well, I didn't finish my square, but I'm almost done. I just have a few colors left to do, but that's mostly line blocking down at the bottom. It's looking beautiful. I love this canvas so much. It's been a pleasure to work on. Like the colors are scrumptious. I've really really enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys had fun hanging out. I hope that you will hang out with me. You know where I'm going. Y'all know what time it is, what day it is, where we're headed. I hope that I will see some of you around, out and about in the world, or I will be live again on Saturday. I have a whip-in chat that will be recorded tonight and put out tomorrow. So I hope that I see you in some place in the near future. You know where to go. You know what to do. You know, Naomi, once you quit, you notice. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would notice if it smelled that way, but I don't know. Like I said, the house was bad enough it absorbs. Yeah, I suppose. Like if you're smoking in the house, it would be pretty bad. But I mean, even in like a sealed box, that seems crazy. You had to spray Lysol and Febreze. Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, that'd kill me. But yikes. Any hoozles. All right, guys. Like I said, I will see you around. You know where to find me. As ever, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, wide, wonderful, beautiful world of ours, that you are having a glorious morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. All right, I'll see you guys around.